Hello there, and welcome to the Dorset Connects provided Microsoft official course, our introduction to Office 365. Glad you could join us today, and looking forward to helping you figure out new and exciting things about how to use your Office 365 product. My name is Neil Zimmerman. I am the presenter for today's webinar. My contact information is listed. If after the presentation you would like to contact me with any questions, please feel free to do so. I can be emailed at nzimmerman@dorsetconnects.com. You could call 484-845-1600. You can visit us on the web at dorsetconnects.com, or you can tweet us at ITBuddy. Any way works best for you. We try to handle all avenues. Anyway, want to jump right in and get started with our Office 365 introduction. What we're really going to do is we're going to take a moment or two when we get started to talk about what cloud computing, quote unquote, is, and then we're going to get into some of the tools, features, and functionality that come with your Office 365 subscription, some of which you may already be familiar with, some of which may be new to you. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so cloud computing. Show of hands, who can tell me here what cloud computing is? Well, a lot of people raising their hands there. How I can see that through the web is pretty surprising, but hey, magic power. Anyway, cloud computing. Basically, in the world that we have grown up with in the last 20 years since the internet, we've been using cloud computing, whether you realize it or not. All cloud computing is you're sitting at a PC, a laptop, a Mac, on a tablet, and you're accessing resources that are available across the internet. That is what the cloud is. The term cloud actually is an old term when IT folk like myself would do network drawings to illustrate the flow of data. The cloud was a remote site, the internet, a place where, up in the ether, if you will, where data was stored and accessed. And that eventually just became the term of use of the cloud. So anytime you're sitting on a computer and you're accessing something remotely on the internet, it's the cloud, whether that's doing Google searches, online banking, playing on DraftKings, whatever it might be, that is cloud computing. Obviously, it has grown exponentially over the last several years, and the forecast is that it will continue to grow. One of the big cloud offerings right now, and the one that your company is taking advantage of, is Office 365. Office 365 is Microsoft's cloud-based suite of applications. Okay, and it's comprised of many different things, and most of them are shown up here on the screen for you. Primarily, you have the Outlook web app. That is webmail. If you've had an Exchange environment where email has been internal to your network and you've ever gone to your web server /Exchange or /OWA through your web browser, that's the Outlook web app. It is webmail. So if you're familiar with Gmail or Yahoo Mail, it's the same basic thing. The interface is a little bit more similar to the new versions of Outlook, so hopefully you can find things a little easier. I know me personally, when Google changed its Gmail platform, it took me a day and a half before I could find where the new message button was. But that's just me. Skype. Skype is actually in Office 365 called Skype for Business. It used to be referred to as Link. And that's what we're using right now. This presentation is being recorded in Skype for Business. It allows you to do multiple things. We'll talk a little bit more about it later on. Primarily instant messaging, video, chat, video conferencing, teleconferencing, and meetings, online meetings. So if your company has GoToMeeting or WebEx, now you can use Skype for Business, Link Online, and cancel that subscription, save a little money. OneDrive. OneDrive is cloud storage, similar to a Google Drive, a Dropbox, a Box.com account. OneDrive is individual cloud storage. With your Office 365 subscription, every user gets 1 terabyte worth of cloud storage. SharePoint. SharePoint Online is designed to be a company intranet or a company portal where you can do collaboration. You can post and share documents and spreadsheets, have team calendars and discussion boards, post news about and events about your company. So it is an intranet portal. Web apps are just that, your familiar Office applications, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, available through the web in a web-based module. They don't have all the full features and functionality. For instance, you cannot do a mail merge in Word in the web app. But if you're on a computer and you don't have Office installed, you can do a lot of things in the web apps. Very handy if you're traveling and you're at a hotel and your laptop battery is died and you need to go to the business center and edit a sales presentation or an Excel spreadsheet. You can do it via the web. So that's really good. The other thing you also get is Office 2016 Professional. This is the full version, the desktop version of Office. Excel, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, OneNote. If you have an enterprise plan, you also get Publisher and Access. There are other tools available such as Microsoft Project and Microsoft Visio, but these are actually the desktop applications. You get those with the subscription based on what subscription you have. The nice thing is you can install on 5 devices per user. What does that mean? I am a licensed user. I have a licensed version of Office 2016 through my company's 365 subscription. I can install Office now on my work PC, my laptop, my tablet, my home computer, and one other device, be it my kid's computer or my wife's or husband's, if that's the case. So 5 devices per licensed user, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of people realize that you can do that, and that is there's a lot of value financially to that. Some other very cool features that come with Office 365. I mentioned Project and Visio a moment ago. Really good if you use Project. Project Online version gives you some pretty good project management tools. You can integrate it with the Project Professional desktop version. Visio, if you need to do floor plan, diagrams, workflow, drawings, Visio is awesome. Microsoft Dynamics CRM, if your company is in needing of a new CRM, maybe you use ACT, maybe you use Great Plains, many of the other CRM products out there. Dynamics CRM Online is very competitively priced and a very good product. The other one, which is up at top, is Yammer. Microsoft bought Yammer a couple years ago. And what it is, if you can imagine, is Facebook for your business. It is your discussion boards, your online messaging, where you can post pictures and videos. We might take a look at it in a little bit. It's designed to be, if you've used Jive, it is your internal online Facebook for your business. And if used right, it's actually a very, very cool tool, and we'll take a look at it in a little bit. One of the most important things now that we've sort of seen what Office 365 is understanding, okay, how do I use it? How do I access it? How do I take advantage of all these great tools that Neil has just told us about? Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to connect to your Office 365 portal, and the URL is right here, portal.office.com. And when you log in, this is the home page that you will see. And you have links to all the main tools, your mail, your calendar, your contacts, Yammer, your OneDrive, your SharePoint site. There are a couple other tools that we'll talk about in a little bit. Here are the web apps. If you're an administrator, you'll also have the admin button. I'm a Microsoft partner. I have the partner button. You more than likely will not have this. Down below is where you find the links to install Office on your devices. If you have a smartphone or tablet, there are links here on how to help you get that installed on your device. So you go into the portal, you log in with the credentials that you've been provided. It's your email address and password. And this is where you can go as your dashboard to take you into all of the different parts of the Office 365 platform. Let's see if we click on here, just to show you what it looks like. It logs in, and again, here I am. Hopefully you can see this well. Again, you can get right to your mail, and I'm going to try to demonstrate some of this. I don't like using online demos because they never really work right. But here is my Office webmail. Once it populates, you'll see I have all the same folders that I might have in my Outlook on my desktop. I have my email, very easy button on how to compose new messages. You can view email. My wife's sending me stuff. My daughter is a Harry Potter fanatic, so looking at holiday gifts for her right now. But you can do all the things. You can get into your archives, your junk mail. You can move messages into folders. All of the same things that you have in Outlook. You can search just as easily. You click on the little box, the buttons up top here, and it takes you back to sort of the same app view, just miniaturized, where you can get to your calendar. Again, give it a moment to load. And here's my calendar, and you see I have a pretty busy week, a lot of things going on. If I have any shared calendar access, for instance, here's my conference room. I can access our conference room calendar, and I have it set in an overlay mode. Or I can just go back to my calendar. And you can scroll from date to date, and then you see conference room right now is really not overly used, which is good. You can view your contacts. Here they're called people. All right, in the old versions of Outlook and the Outlook webmail, mail, contacts, and calendars were all within sort of the same screen, if you will, and you just clicked on a little button on the bottom. Now, in the web app, there are actually separate sections, if you will, or separate pages. Okay? And you can get right to all your contacts very, very easily from here. You can manage them. You can connect to various social networks like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. You can create new contacts. You can search them, create groups, the whole 9 yards. And again, very simple navigation, and you can get right back to your messages. If you want to go back to your main Office 365 portal page, you just click on Office 365, and that takes you right back there. So very, very simple, easy to get to. And let's just get back to our presentation. Okay, so that's how you get to it. Again, portal.office.com. Okay, we talked a little bit about Exchange Online, some other cool features you get through the Outlook webmail. Free busy time. You can see when people are booked if you're trying to schedule meetings. You can get personal archiving. If anybody right now in Outlook, if you have archive files, PST archive files, because your mailbox was getting too big, you don't have to store those PST files locally on your desktop or on your computer, where if your laptop were to get a virus or the hard drive dies, you lose it. Those archive files can be stored online. They still function the same way, but you now have them in the cloud, so they're accessible from any machine as well. So that's a real good benefit. For compliance purposes, we have retention policies, e-discovery, legal hold. This is actually incorrect, and I didn't realize that this is outdated. Mailboxes, everybody has is a 50 gig mailbox. Okay, everybody has a 50 gig mailbox, which is fairly substantial. If you're pushing 50 gigs, you need to enter your deleted items folder, pretty much. Link Online, which I mentioned, is now called Skype for Business, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. Really is your web conferencing solution. You can record, you can play them back later, just like we're doing today. So it's pretty much the same general idea. Right? What Link Online or Skype for Business also provides, which is very cool, is something called presence. What's presence? Okay, well, right now, let's say I wanted to have a chat with somebody in my office. Now, let me see if I can bring this up on the screen here real fast. Bear with me for a sec. I'm working on 3 different monitors, and I lose track of where my mouse is. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to move this into the window here, and hopefully everybody can see it. And here's my team. I set my presence right now to Do Not Disturb because I'm in a meeting. I can look through all my contacts on my team, and I see people are not connected. I see who is green, who's currently available if I needed to chat, who's busy. Now, just to point this out, I see that Michael here is busy. All right, everybody see Michael is busy. Now, if I wanted to create an email message to Michael, and I'm just going to open up my Outlook in another window here and show you. Bring this over. You should see now my Outlook window, and if I want to send Mike a message, notice the little red? It shows me that he's busy. So your integration now is not only between Outlook and your Link Online, your Skype for Business. That free busy time actually shows. So if I'm going to try to send Mike a message, I see, oh, wait a second, he's busy. He's not going to get it right away. So if he doesn't reply, I shouldn't be upset because, hey, he's busy. I can't expect that he's going to reply right away. He may be out of the office. He may be on vacation. I can see all that not only in Link Online or Skype for Business, I can see that in Outlook. There's one other thing we'll come back to later I'll show you. You'll also be able to see it within SharePoint. So presence is all integrated throughout the environment, and that's kind of cool. You can Skype for Business and invite people that are outside of your organization, so you can actually chat with people. If you have business associates that are also on Office 365, as long as external sharing has been enabled by your administrator, you can Skype with them directly. Nothing else to do. And you can now start doing that. You can invite third-party vendors, clients, prospects to your web conferencing they use the web client, so they don't need to install anything on their PCs. Again, it's a good replacement to help reduce costs if you currently have a Citrix GoToMeeting or a WebEx subscription. So that's really, a nice cost savings, a nice benefit, lots of good tools there for you to use. And again, I lost my mouse. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. SharePoint Online. Talked a little bit about SharePoint a while ago. It is that company intranet, that portal where you can create sites for teams. Your HR team wants a site where they can put all the HR documentation and be able to collaborate. You have a project. Your company maybe is developing a new widget, and you have a project team, and you can give them a sub-site so they can put all of their timelines and their spreadsheets and their message board and their calendar all within a particular SharePoint site, be able to access it from the road, from a mobile device, from within the office. It's secure because it does require your Office 365 account to log in and access. If security is an issue, we can enable multi-factor authentication where you also get a little code will be sent to your smartphone, and then you enter in that code additionally to log in. So it can be very, very, very secure. Let me come back over to show you what the SharePoint looks like real quick. Okay, this is my team SharePoint site. It's very basic. I really have not invested a whole lot of time into look of it. This is sort of an out-of-the-box, basic, customized view. I've seen clients, we've gone really whole hog, full color schemes and menu bars and this and that. You can pretty much make it almost anything that you want it to be. But just to go over some basic points of it, we have an announcement board. Okay, new announcement board where we have some announcements. We sort of have our cultural rules that we like to follow, and I have that posted up here. We have a calendar, and you can look at calendars in different ways. There is the basic calendar view that you see here, and you can scroll and create new events, and we can see who's on call and who's got time off, etc. And I'm going on vacation this week. So you have calendar functionality. We have a little weather bug here, links to important documents that we need. We have right here. Makes it very easy for people to get to important information. We have subsites, our IT department, our network engineering. We have discussion boards and a wiki we've put together. We have a knowledge base, so my technicians are looking for information. Very easy for them to get to it. A marketing site, we keep sites for clients. So there's lots of different things that you can do within the SharePoint environment. You can also change your views. I'm going to show you this real quick. These are extra things that you can do within. I don't know if this one's even enabled anymore. Let's go here. A different view, a different way of providing access to SharePoint. Okay, there. You can make the home page look different. You can provide access and avenues into different things within SharePoint. Share it. Announcements. You can create department sites, company links. So there's lots of different things you can do within SharePoint. This is just a different example of an interface that you can use. So, that's the basics of SharePoint. Again, you have document libraries where you can store information. You can edit them and save them directly from your Office products. Full integration. You can see right now, there I am, and it shows my busy schedule. This is what I was talking about with that presence. I can see, oh, well, Neil created this folder, and there he is, and he's busy. So let me just go back here for a second to the main page and go back into my team site. Okay, so let's say I want to go into a particular document library, and I'm just going to go into my marketing library because I think that's a good one to use. And I'll just pick a folder. You can organize by folder if you want to. And I can see who it's shared with. I can see previews. And notice it's shared with. I see Will. Oh, there he's online. Tim is offline. Susan is online. I can see everybody's presence that we were talking about previously. So if I know who created a file and I had a question about it, I can easily see, oh, gee, that person is available. I can call him or her and say, hey, Susie, I have a question about this particular document. Can you tell me a little bit more about it, or can we work on this now? In this view, I can see actually who modified the files, what their dates were. You can customize all these views as you want to. And again, I see their presence just like we saw in the Link Skype client, as well as within Outlook. So all very cool kind of stuff, very, very tightly integrated, and I think that's one of the key takeaways is just how integrated all of this really is, and it can be as much as you need it to be. Okay, another important thing that we mentioned earlier, and just to get back on, is Office. Office Pro Plus and Office Online. Office Pro Plus is your desktop versions of the application. Word, PowerPoint, Excel, the Skype for Business client, Outlook. You also get the OneNote, which we're not going to get into here. That can be a separate training. Publisher access based on the version you have. You have to have at least an enterprise level subscription to gain access to Publisher and Access. If you're on a business level subscription, that doesn't come with it. Again, you can also use the web apps. Now, I didn't really show this, but I probably should. So let me just go back to the SharePoint site for a moment. And I'm just going to go back into the marketing just to show you how this works. And I'll go into here, go into a folder. Okay, here's a little document. We're having a toy drive in this. I have an image library here, and I can scroll through a whole bunch of images, which is kind of neat. So if I'm looking for, I'm using it as a library. So my marketing team, my sales team, my graphics team needs a place to post where they can pull stuff down for brochures and material and that kind of stuff. I can put it right up in SharePoint. But if I open up a Word document here, it opens up, if you notice up here, in Word Online, in the Word web app. I can choose to edit it in Word, open it up in the desktop version, or edit it in Word Online. Now, what's so great about that? Well, again, if I don't have Office installed on my PC, or I don't want to use Office, I just want to make a quick change to it, I can do it right within the web app. Another very cool thing, which I can't demo here, is live edits. If I'm collaborating with somebody in my office, let's say we have an office in Philadelphia and an office in New York, and I have somebody who's working from home who was out on the road maybe at a sales conference in Atlanta, and we're working on this file together. If we're all in the web app, all editing in Word Online, and one person makes changes, the others will see those changes real time. So you can collaborate and be online, 5 people working on a file at the same time, and all making edits and seeing what each person is doing. That's one of the nice things also that you get with the web app, is that ability to have real-time live collaboration. So that was just something else I wanted to mention there. Okay, that's good. Delve. Delve is a new feature that not a lot of people really know about. What it's designed to do is show you, if you can see here, a view of all the documents that you're working on, or that business associates are working on that maybe you have some interest in or need to know about, or that you've helped develop. You can see here in the screenshot, I could open it up in the web view just to show you a little better. Here's Delve, and it's just loading. And I can see files on the left, learn a little bit more about me. And it pulls up my recent documents, things that I've been working on, a lot of stuff. I can go and say, oh, gee, I'd like to know what Michael's been working on recently. And I can see files that he's been working on. I can do the same for other people within my organization. So it gives you a nice, quick, easy way of seeing information that is relevant or important, rather than having to go, searching through stuff. This is a quick dashboard for recently accessed important information. And thanks to the way it handles something called machine learning, as it'll learn over time what information is important to you and what information may not be. And that I think is kind of cool. Another thing that's new is something called the video portal, and I'm not going to really demo this, but this is sort of like your internet version of YouTube, where if you use a lot of videos or you share a lot of training videos or whatever, if that's something that your company is interested in, there's a nice video portal, sort of, again, that corporate YouTube. Yammer, we mentioned earlier on, is that discussion board, and here's sort of what Yammer looks like. And you can see you can have groups within Yammer. You can have discussion threads. I'll open it up so you can actually see it a little better. Give it a sec. Okay. And here, my default view is things that I've been doing. But I can see recent activity, who's been doing what. I can invite people into the discussion board. We can share links. So very similar to that sort of Twitter-esque, Facebook-esque discussion group. You can access groups outside of your network. You can do surveys. They're sort of like, you can praise people. I've seen this in Jive. We have a client that uses Jive. They like to praise people, give them congratulations, let everybody know, hey, thumbs up, great job on closing that new sale or whatever. You can create announcements that you share with everybody. So lots of different things here in Yammer, a really good internal discussion board. Again, you can invite third-party outside people to it, but by default, this is for your internal business, so it's somewhat safe and secure in that manner, and that that's what makes it pretty good. Okay, so we're kind of wrapping this up. Um, I know there was a lot of information presented, and it can be a little daunting at times. So, couple things here for some additional help with training. One, if you have questions, post them on Twitter at ITBuddy, just hashtag Office Help. Right? The idea behind this is you may have a question that somebody else also has the same question for. And if people can see it on Twitter, now all of a sudden we're sharing information, and what I'm answering for one person may apply and help somebody else. So I think that's really, really good. The other thing is if you just go to our website, dorsetconnects.com/office_training, and I'll just take you there so you can see it. If you just go to dorsetconnects.com and just choose Why Us and go to training, that'll work too. But in the training, we have created links to resources for all your key Office applications. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Skype for Business, OneNote, OneDrive, and then some direct stuff more just on the Office 365 environment. Okay, you'll notice that there are also tips for Mac users. We're not forgetting about you guys. There are quick start guides that you can download. Just open one up so you can see what it looks like. Okay, just a nice Office quick start guide. These are PDFs that you can print out, you can share, kind of help tell you how to do some basic sort of tasks. All right, really, really useful. Again, PDF, print them, share them, post them on your desk, save them to your desktop, whatever works. But we have all these quick start guides for your reference. There's also, if you go to the training links, okay, these are going to take you to Microsoft-based and created courses on each of the applications. So here's a Word training. You go into the course. And different things. Exploring the ribbon, which is the graphical interface, doing a tour of Word. You can get back to that quick start guide, how to save, what's new, just lots and lots of information within the course. And again, this is not just Word. This is Excel, this is PowerPoint, this is Outlook, and they're all very, very task specific. For instance, how to create a new document using a template. Okay, lots of different things there. So please try to take advantage, if you can, of some of those resources that are there for you. Word, Excel, again, PowerPoint training, quick starts guides, Mac training, Skype for Business, the OneNote, the OneDrive, and direct to Office 365. What is Office? How do I get around? How do I get the apps, email? All designed just to help you at your own pace. Figure this out. Again, if you have questions, if you need help, you can call us or you can post your questions. So that's it. I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, again, feel free, email us, tweet us, or give us a call. Thank you very much, and I hope everybody has a great day.